What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Lioness Den. You're tuning into Topics with Tina. This is my first video on what will be a weekly podcast. I am coming to you from the Crooked Eye, Inktown, aka Inkster. I am a 42-year-old single Leo lady. I'm the mother of two young adults. The Lioness Den is my daughter's old room. She graduated in June and went to college last month. So I decided to turn her room into my little personal chill spot. In here I can think, I can drink, I can listen to music, I can vibe, I can chill. Our drink of the day, well, our cocktail of the day is Hennessy and Coke. I sip, I don't drink. I am a tripolar lioness. I have three personalities. Now, the head of the trio is Shatina. That's the smart, intelligent, business savvy side. Tina is the nice, fun, creative side. Shay, that's the mean, rude. That's the defender of all. That's the mean, rude, disrespectful, super extra petty side. You just don't want to deal with her. She got a mental problem. We just gonna leave it at that. The first topic I'll be covering is relationships versus situationships. I've had experience with both. I've had both long-term relationships. I've had short-term situationships, long-term situationships. Today, we will briefly touch on each topic. I'm gonna give my personal opinion. Later this week, I'll have a special guest coming in giving their opinion on situationships and relationships. So we just gonna talk about it and figure it out. Cause I'm confused. How about you? Are you confused? I'm confused. I want to discuss relationships issues that we deal with every day. I believe we have problems in our relationships due to lack of communication and information. That's the reason I decided to start this podcast, to try to figure out the best way to have a healthy, growing relationship and move away from the unhealthy, unproductive situationships. Today we're going to define what both a relationship is and what a situationship is. I'm gonna give my opinion, and next week we will discuss the pros and cons of each and talk about it with a special guest. So now let's define what a relationship is. I think a relationship is a mutually committed, intimate connection between two people who decide to be exclusively involved with one another. A relationship is two people saying, you and I are together. I'm not having sex with nobody else. I don't want you to have sex with nobody else. You both have shared common, interests, strong mutual feelings for each other, similar morals and values and beliefs. Y'all co-parenting, y'all maybe cohabitating, y'all sharing bills, life experiences, growing and building together. Like-minded and how you both want to live and share similar goals, both short-term and long-term. Choosing not to have anyone else in your life that you share emotional and significant events with, aside from this particular individual. A situationship is a relationship with no commitment and no official title or label attached to it. You are not exclusively involved. You are not a couple. You're essentially friends with benefits. Mainly casual sex is the main benefit. The situationship may come with other added benefits as y'all deem appropriate for y'all situation. This is the gray area between platonic friendship and a committed relationship. Situationships can be very tricky, so it's very important to know if and when you are involved in a situationship. Are situationships the new norm? You know what I'm saying? That's my question. How do you go about getting a healthy relationship. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go on POF for any dating. You know, I want to meet somebody the old fashioned way. You know, is there any good single men left? You know, are there dating has become very difficult because of microwave situationships. I believe, you know, um, we get into these situationships to satisfy our needs temporarily, but we trying to find a permanent relationship in these situationships, and that's just not gonna work. Um, we trying to have a relationship with somebody who is only situationship material. You know, you got to figure out who and what you want and what you don't want. You know, don't settle for a situationship when you really want a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Um, in a situationship, for whatever reason, one or both people involved don't see the situation advancing past casual sex. They're not going on dates. They're not taking no trips. Um, there's no financial assistance. No sharing of bills, no holiday bonding. No sharing of daily life responsibilities. You need to be clear on what your status is. Don't be confused thinking you're in a relationship, but in all actuality, you in a situationship. The main goal of this podcast is to inform each other with the best information. We want to talk about relationships from both sides, the male and female perspective. Be sure to tune in Thursday when we have a special guest and get our opinions on the relationships versus situationships. Which side are you on and why? No judging will be done. We're gonna be respectful of each other's opinions. We just trying to have healthy relationships going forward. As much as I'm trying to give, to give help, I need the same help. I'm trying to get ready for my husband. I need to be prepared. I want to thank everybody for tuning into Topics with Tina, and I hope to see you all back here on Thursday at 7. I want everybody to have a beautiful, blessed week. But I just want y'all to ask yourself, a few questions, this week, before we come back on Thursday and have our special guest and talk about it. I just want us to ask ourselves, a few questions this week. Are you happy with the person that you are involved with, or are you just with that person to be with somebody? I mean, just really think about it. Ask yourself, am I really happy? Am I settling? Am I fulfilled in this situation, in this relationship? Are you having sex with more than one person? Is that what you want to be doing? Are you having protected sex? How many children do you have? Do you have small children? How many fathers, do you have, for your children? What's your situation? What do you have going on in your life? Where do you see the situation that you in? Where do you see it being at in 5 years? Do you trust the person that you with? Are they a trustworthy person? Do you feel like they're honest with you about their intentions that they have, towards you, with the situation? Do y'all share the same goals in y'all situation or in your relationship? How long do you want to be a girlfriend? Are you at the stage in your life where you looking towards marriage, or are you in a stage in your life where a situationship is best for you because you may have just gotten out of a long-term relationship and you want to kind of take things slow, you don't want to have anything serious going on? You really need to sit down with yourself and see where you at in your life and what kind of relationship are you really trying to have. Listen to what the person is showing you. Pay attention to what they showing you. People can say a lot of things, but the best way to know what somebody's true intentions are is by what they do and what they show you. So always pay attention to the person that you, whatever type of situation you having with them, whatever type of dealings you have with them. Be sure that you know where they coming from and what their intentions are with you, because a lot of the time you can think that you in a relationship and you really in a situationship where you might think just in some casual situationship, but this man is saying you his woman, and you just thinking y'all just chilling, kicking it, doing y'all thing. You confused as to what situation you're in. What your status is. Um, what stage of your life are you in? Are you in a stage of your life where you should be trying to, settle down? Or are you at a point where maybe you should just be by yourself? You have to really talk to yourself and figure out what's going on with you. Um, is cheating making have a relationship like obsolete? I just see it so much cheating and everything going on. I'm just trying to figure out um, how serious are people about their relationships? You know what I'm saying? Is situationships the best thing to be in? Is a relationship just really is set up to be waiting to get cheated on? I don't know. I see a lot of situationships with exes, still having dealings, and baby mamas and baby daddies, instead of letting situations go and being by themselves or figuring out what they got going on or what they try to do. People still be having sexual relationships with people that they're not in relationships with, or people that they have children with, but that they don't have a relationship with. um all relationships should have stages of progression. You start off talking, you get to know somebody, and then at that point you talk about what you want for the future, and you kind of decide at that point if you feel like this is something that y'all can pursue together. And you need the most important thing is to be on the same page, whatever page that is, with the person that you're dealing with. Because we as women, I feel like we do a lot of assuming. We assume because he doing this, we assume because he saying that, or we just thought, or we just assume. When in all actuality, if this man hasn't said A, B, and C, you shouldn't be thinking X, Y, and Z. So we need to start having conversations to really figure out where somebody head at, what somebody really, what their intentions really are towards us, and what they really looking for. We might think that they want a relationship, and that's the furthest thing from their man. They not interested in that at all, but we just think that because we chilling and kicking it and doing this and doing that, and we thinking that that's a relationship, and they just taking it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? So we really got to start questioning and paying attention and asking questions to know what situation you're in, so that you're not wasting your time, you're not wasting your life with somebody who is not even on what you on. They're not thinking about what you're talking about. So we got to be very careful, man. You got to just try to do what's best for you. Don't be in no situation, relationship, where you just doing what the other person wants you to do. You gotta focus on you and what you trying to do, and just know your role, know what you're trying to do. It's just all these sugar daddies out here, sugar mamas, and people using each other. And I'm just a firm believer, if you don't want to be used, don't use somebody else. Be honest with somebody about what you want, what you need, what you're trying to get. And if you're not getting that from them, you need to walk away from the situation. It ain't got to be no beef thing. You just not on what I'm on. We on two different things. Let's just keep it moving. Just have a understanding. Just have boundaries and limitations about what's going on. It's just a lot of settling, going on. Social media is just overtaking real communication between people. So many things is getting understood and getting misinterpreted, and everybody is jealous and insecure about their relationships because of social media, and inboxing, and it's just so much going on. So we gonna talk about everything more, talk about it in depth, like I said, get some other opinions going on, and just try to really break it down and narrow it down, and get some clarification about relationships and situationships and dating and what's really going on. Just get to the nitty gritty, and just trying to have some good relationships with each other, and be productive in all the games and all the playing and all the back and forth and all the cheating stuff, so we can just get all that stuff out of our relationships and our situationships, so we can just have some understanding about what we really trying to do. So that's really my goal with the podcast, because like I said, I'm a single woman. I guess I'm in the dating game. Not really, I'm not really happy about the atmosphere, the environment that's going on. So tune in on Thursday at 7. We gonna pick back up on this topic, and I want to thank y'all for tuning in to Topics with Tina, and I will see y'all on Thursday. Thank you. Bye bye.